Amtrak releases a statement after a mother and daughter were killed in an accident. We'll have an update for you about a subdivision in Elberta that's been having some issues with stormwater runoff, and how many iPhones officials say were stolen from a local hospital. It's all coming up next on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hi, everyone. This is News 5 Now. I'm Peter Albrecht. We're going to spend about 5 minutes here getting you caught up on some of the big stories of the day, and we'll also get your input with our question of the day and our poll of the day. All right, here we go. Number 5, walking through downtown Foley just got a little bit more colorful. Crosswalks are being transformed into murals. Local artist Reagan Windsor has spent the last couple of weeks using a paintbrush to replace some dull crosswalks. And officials say this will make streets safer as they are attention-getting. This is the third of 7 crosswalks to be painted this spring in Foley. Number 4, 2 people in Mobile are accused of stealing more than 30 iPhones from a local hospital. 45-year-old Lakeisha Hallam Rogers and 19-year-old Germani Rogers arrested Friday. Officers say the thefts happened at Mobile Infirmary. 32 iPhone 16s were removed from the data center there. Number 3, the developer of a subdivision in Elberta now faces a $78,000 fine and has been ordered to repair damage caused by stormwater runoff into Wolf Bay. Last August, mud and debris from the worksite poured into Moccasin Bayou. 2 months later, heavy rains brought flooding again, and this time into a neighborhood on the north side of the development. After warning letters and stop work orders, ADEM fined the developer $78,000 and ordered it to repair the damage. Without admitting any wrongdoing, Wilkes Construction says it will pay the fine and is working to address any future issues. Number 2 is a News 5 update. Details of a crash on Old Shell Road this morning that killed a man. It happened about 3:15. Officers say a man was standing outside of his vehicle with his hazard lights on when he was hit by another vehicle. That man died before officers could get there. The driver of the other vehicle stayed at the scene. The name of the victim has not yet been released and no charges have been filed. And number 1, Amtrak releasing a statement after a mother and child were killed by a train over the weekend. It reads in part, these incidents can affect everyone involved, those who are injured or die, and their families, and our train crews and our passengers. They also serve as critical reminders about the importance of obeying the law and of exercising extreme caution around railroad tracks and crossings. Police say the crash happened Saturday morning about 7 o'clock near Carey Hamilton Road. 31-year-old Brittany Williams and her 8-year-old daughter were killed. Officers say the signal flashing lights and crossing arms were functional at the time of the crash. And that is the 5th fatality that we have had involving the Amtrak train since it resumed service between Mobile and New Orleans last summer. All right, those are 5 of the big stories of the day. And now we move on to our question of the day. We always ask for your input on our Facebook page, and our question is, what is your favorite role that Eric Dane played in? And of course, he passed away from ALS at a very young age, 53, I believe. And Dr. Mark Sloan McSteamy, obviously McSteamy says Tiffany. Mentioning Euphoria there is Ryan K. Lambert. Stacy says McSteamy. Grace McSteamy, of course, R.I.P. Christina McSteamy. I think we get the drift. I think it was from Grey's Anatomy, that role. So rest in peace there. All right, now we need to move on to our poll of the day. And let's see what we have here. Do you think Nancy Guthrie will ever be found? And I guess we didn't really specify whether dead or alive there, but it seems most people, pushing 80% now, believe that she will not be found as we move weeks and weeks now away from her abduction in Arizona. All right, we need you now to go to our Facebook page or our website, and you can chime in on our next question of the day and our next poll of the day for tomorrow. The question is, what are your thoughts about the killing of El Mencho? That's the drug lord in Mexico. that took place yesterday. And our next Facebook poll is, will you be watching the State of the Union address? That will take place tomorrow night, President Trump giving that speech. So you can go and give us your thoughts on those two items there. All right, I'm checking the clock. It's 5:41, so we will be on in about 18 minutes with WKRG News 5 at 6. Hope to see you then. Have a good night.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.